The views, information, and opinions expressed during the following program are solely those of the individuals involved and do not necessarily represent the views of Access Communications, its representatives, or its employees.
Welcome back to Access Now Sports presentation here at the Regina Reunion Clubhouse. I'm Dick Cornish and I'm here with my colleague Dave Smith. And this is the second day of the Paul Kobayashi Sevens tournament. This is part of the competition and selection process for Canada Games. And our game in front of us is Saskatchewan under 18 women in the green and Manitoba under 18 women in the gray with yellow sleeves. We saw their first game today. It was a bit of a rout for Manitoba. However, we're looking to see what people have learned. You're gonna have different players in different positions because, again, these are selection matches for these provincial players to go represent their respective provinces at the Canada Games in St. John's, Newfoundland. Kickoff comes to Saskatchewan. Ball is presented back nicely. They spin back. Today they've been quite prone to going right through the middle. Sevens, there's usually a lot more probing and maneuvering, but these girls on both sides aren't afraid to just take it right through the hole if they can see it. Just like that. And so tackle wasn't finished. Manitoba player got out and she's into the end zone.
I think that was number 6, Dick, Jordan House for the under 18 Manitoba team.
In rugby, one of the comparisons to football is in that the try that happened right there, that's a touchdown in rugby is a try, and you have to actually touch it down. So in football, you don't touch it down, but you call it a touchdown, and in rugby, you do touch it down, but you call it a try.
Right. And wherever you do touch the ball down when you score, that's the spot you get to line up to kick back through the convert, which number 7 there is Ella McLean for Manitoba. And you see on one end of the field, when they kick the convert, they kick it from the inside, the other from the outside. That's just a local rule here, because if you kicked it from the inside of the field, it would go onto the road. So in Saskatchewan and Regina, we kick it back into the field here.
Yeah.
Another brilliance by the organizers.
Especially in sevens, it keeps the game moving quickly because it's only 7 minutes a half. There's a bit of wind here today that's holding that ball up, eh?
Yeah, a couple drop balls there, but they both looked to, oh no, thought they both had gone backwards, but they hadn't. The referee today, Julie Foster, caught that one. But yeah, every time if that ball's getting up over the shoulder level, Dick, it's really catching the wind and spinning back and forth.
Yeah.
No, I was laughing, I was having fun, I was leaving yellow.
So it looks like they'll restart again here with Manitoba getting the put in, and you see the defense marking the offense 3-on-3. What you're really looking is to get what they call an overlap. More players on one side, so all you have to do is pass it out and find an opening.
Kiara Schiller in pursuit there. It's good I got to say her name. That's my niece. Oh, but unfortunate again, they found that hole in the middle. Number 14. Karis Munz, she had a nice line straight through. Once she saw that hole, she was gone.
Manitoba really taking advantage, Dick. Whenever there's a little bit of space, breaking tackle or finding some room, they're going through and they're scoring each time. Most of their scores are coming from half the field in. And Saskatchewan, interesting, and it might be part of how they're organizing the effort towards this is they seem to be pushing a couple players out on each side instead of overloading sides. So it'll be interesting to see if that's something they maybe adjust, or if that's something they're using to test things out to see how it's going to look. So,
well, I mean, again, you're in the selection stage. You want to play people in different places. You want to play different defenses and see how your players react to it. So. The goal isn't necessarily to win today. The goal is to look at that. Nice little break there by Lauren Anderson. Not sure what's happening here. We're going back. The referee's taking it back. Oh, she's calling it a knock-on.
I think once again, Dick, so you can see our 2 touch judges on the sidelines, they're also mic'd up. So, a change from when we first started playing, where only the referee made the calls. Now our touch judges can call and radio in and say they can see infraction or infringement of the rules. And then the referee, that's what happened there. The referee moved on the play. Our touch judge here on the near sideline, Gary Harley, called it. And they were able to bring it back. It's a lot of field, a lot of people. 7's a little less when you get to the 15 level. There's 30 players out there. Every one of them trying to push that edge of the rules. Not calling them cheaters, just calling them maybe infringers a little bit. Yeah.
Well, there's no doubt having activated touch judges has improved the game and improved the gameplay and the speed of the game, because you don't get most of the fouls that occur were slowing things down, which was good for me because at 300 pounds, you want things fairly slow, but not so good for you, Dave. Our referee is looking at the injured player there. Our referee is Julie Foster. She's a Canadian international. I think she just got an award for, did she have the most games as a Canadian player? She is the referee. As you said, Gary Harley, 1 touch judge. Campion grad, longtime player, teammate of Paul Kobayashi, who the tournament is named after. And on the other side, I think we have Christy Westbrook. I can't see that far, Dave. Your eyes might be better.
That's. Oh.
Is it Christy? Little friendly help from the fans here beside us, confirming.
Well, lucky again. We've been lucky this weekend once again, because at this time of the year in Saskatchewan, it can be rainy, it could be snowing, and we have had 2 beautiful days of weather for the rugby. And looks like the Saskatchewan players up. Once again, I think went down just hard on the tackle there. This time of the year, ground a little bit hard.
Also, this is, for some of these players, these are really their first live games, other than the high school season started a week or so ago. They haven't had necessarily, a opportunity to kind of get their game legs and get all that hitting in. So this is, for some of them, it's their first live hit event.
And everything is full pace. Everything is full sprint, all tackles, all maneuvers, everything you're doing. So she's a good introduction to the season.
Oh, ball spilled to ground. Green looked like they were over top of that. And Julie Foster is awarding the scrum to Saskatchewan. So again, the scrum, you have, each team has 3 people in the scrum. They're going to join together and push, and they're going to hook that ball back. The scrum half's going to toss it in. The hooker is supported by 2 props, and the hooker hooks the ball back. You see the ball coming. That scrum went around, and it went unstable, so the referee blows it up for safety, and they're going to do it again.
Playing for 25 years in the scrum half position, where they're putting the ball in 7s with 3 players, it's like sweeping crumbs off the counter trying to get the ball out of the back there, because it's coming out a million different ways, and Manitoba there steals it and gets it back on their side, Dick.
Nice defensive coverage. They were up quickly on that and snuffed it out, but they got an overlap outside if they can get to it. Again, good defensive alignment by, green Saskatchewan player offside there, but she rights herself, gets back into the tackle.
Pretty good take from the Manitoba player there.
Yeah, Saskatchewan, good defense. They're staying consistent. Oh, I think a Saskatchewan player might have cheated that ball out. Yeah, and Julie Foster caught her. She was over offside and gave that ball a little flick, which made Saskatchewan look like they had won.
Well, just about any time at rugby, Dick, when there's a big clump of players and you see the ball come flying out, somebody might be infringing those rules a little bit. So, boy, Really good, solid tackling of Saskatchewan. That's Dick. High tackle there, seatbelt tackle they call it, where you put your arm over the shoulder. I mean, player safety, the number one thing. So Julie stopping that right away.
You see that ball presented back just beautifully, and it gives them an opportunity to play that ball quickly. Oh, big overlap, and she's going to be in. She's going to try to get it down, right by the posts. So Manitoba taking advantage of that overlap. They've been very good at working the ball side to side, and sometimes the breakdown has occurred in the middle where they've had those big breaks. In the first game, they had several big breaks right through the middle. We saw one today already, but really, this is a game of just patience, working that ball back and forth, and that makes it sound like patience. It might be slow, but it's high-speed patience, isn't it, Dave?
Well, and just like in the 15 games in 7, but more in the 7s, if you can draw 2 people to come in to tackle you, that means now you have the advantage on numbers. And Manitoba's been doing a great job of pulling it in, taking 2 tacklers, and as you can see there, 2 people on the outside, quite easy to run it in at that point. I guess easier to say from the stands here as I'm drinking a Diet Coke watching in the heat. Nothing's easy.
Yeah.
But they were able just to walk that one right in.
Well, also, I mean, Saskatchewan's been very good about their tackles, but there's a separate component to that piece in defense, is that you want to tackle and then you want to jackal. And what that means is you want to get in there like a jackal on that ball. You want to be ferocious on it. So you tackle someone, then you're spinning your body around so that you are onside and you're reaching in and taking that ball because that player on the ground has to release it. So it's pretty nuanced, and some of these players that are competing at this level, they're high-level athletes, but it might be their first year of rugby. And so just having that idea of how fluid that is obviously, a challenge for them. They need to sleep on it a couple of times so they dream it, then it becomes a part of who they are. Okay, here we are. Welcome back to the second half of our U18s, Manitoba versus Saskatchewan. These are trial games again for Canada Games in St. John's, Newfoundland later this summer. So although these are basically friendly games, they're highly competitive because you're competing for a spot that'll take you to Canada Games, which will be a trip of a lifetime for these kids. Kicking off Saskatchewan, that ball has to go 10 meters and it doesn't. So, ball will be turned over to Manitoba, and this is a short arm penalty. It means they can just tap it and go. There she did a tap. Now she's gonna, maybe ill-advised, but good position getting that ball back. And they're gonna probe that side right away, and they find the hole. And away to the races, Manitoba right to start.
Madison Vandal for Manitoba saw that hole, Dick. There was no doubt there. She saw it.
Yeah.
And she was going right through the little mismanagement of defense there by Saskatchewan. You could see that the defense in rugby is best when everybody's coming up from flat, little or no gaps. They just weren't flat there at that space. It gave them a little bit of an opportunity to go through an angle, and she made the most of it. And once again in 7s, I mean, you can run that in from half field, a quarter of the field. The tries are really, really quick. The action's fast.
They converted that, and so the score is now 26-0. Another thing about the defense too is that any mistake you make is basically fatal right away. When you're playing 15s, you've got 2 wingers that are playing far back, you've got a fullback who's playing, so you got like three people deep in the secondary that can get there. Here, if you are able to break that line and get by the sweeper, you're gone. Ball kicked nicely to Saskatchewan. They're going to try that. They're going to try that east side. Ball, bobbled unfortunately. She's going to have contact. Again though, ball presented nicely. Just a little bit wild in what they're doing right now. They just need to be a little more settled.
They've organized
Ball's
a little
coming
bit
out.
Yep.
There you go. Gain a little space. Will she be able to place that ball back? Nicely won. Now they got a little bit of time. Redrive coming on that ruck.
Now she can present the ball back. They got 3-4 players out on the right. But Manitoba counter rucks on the ball.
Yeah, so that player was on the ground in the way of the ball. She didn't roll out of the way, so that's a penalty. So Saskatchewan's going to take this ball. They're just going to tap and go very quickly. Or they're looking to the sidelines to the coach. They're trying to decide. They could kick that ball for touch, and they would have a line out. The question is, do they have a good line out? Do you want to kick the ball away possession? No, they've decided they're going to go. Little bit of indecision, and they're chipping it anyways. Ball taken.
You're gonna have to do that. You're gonna have to.
They got to shut that down. There you go.
Excellent tackle by Saskatchewan number 23
an excellent ball presentation by Manitoba once again. They're not losing the ball in contact, and there we go again.
Number 12 for Manitoba, Kirsten Vanderchulf.
Well, I think we could probably correct that with the AI announcer. This unfortunately is, again, there's a lot of scoring going on with Manitoba, but Saskatchewan's primary objective here today is to have their opportunity to play together, come together as a team. They got a couple of months to get ready for Canada Games, and all these players here are looking forward to that trip if they can make it. We're down here. It looks like we're near the end. The clock is kept by the referee. The clock in the end zone says time is up, but the referee has stoppages for injury or other pieces. So she's continuing to let this run for a bit.
Nice take off the one kick.
There we go.
There we go.
Go.
Driving forward.
There
nice
we go.
Presentation. 3 to the right.
There you go. You got help.
Tackling there
Now
by
they
Manitoba.
need to swing it back this way. Oh, but Manitoba stole that ball. Nice work. Again, over the top, nicely. And that player is offside for Saskatchewan.
I think Manitoba might have knocked that on prior to the offside.
Oh, that seems to be correct. That's what she's calling is a scrum.
I'd like to see Saskatchewan widen out here on the left side. See if they can't get that ball a little wider and take it out. There we go.
She was just talking, the referee was talking to the side judge there, the touch official. They must have straightened that out. So ball is Saskatchewan's ball. So here's an opportunity, one last opportunity maybe for Saskatchewan. They're going to have to go coast to coast, but in sevens rugby, that's not that hard to do. Ball comes in, Julie Foster didn't like the way that ball came in not straight, so now Manitoba gets a penalty here. Off they go. You got to hold that ball. They're trying to get outside again, and she does. She finds that corner. And right in under the posts where it's most easy to kick.
Nice pass in there by the Manitoba team, just pulling their player into the tackle and finding some space. They get it on the edge and can walk right in with it.
Yeah, it's nice work. And we haven't actually seen a whole lot of sideline to sideline here today, but part of that is because they've been okay with running straight into each other. There's been some tough work here, both on offense, running the ball, and on defense, tackling. Now, I think we're still moving on. Referee actually, well, that's true. We did have some injury time, and so she's added that. She looks at her watch there. We see Julie Foster look at her watch. This is probably the last opportunity for Saskatchewan, although we said that previously. It's okay for us to be homers here.
Oh, jeez.
Big tackle there.
Another big tackle.
But ball Ball was preserved, possession preserved. And now she's going to need to get that out. Uh-oh. You need to get back and help her. Help arriving late there, but that preserved possession. Now they're spinning it. A little bit loose with it. They got to get it out.
Somebody help her out.
Oh, it's a good tackle too.
There we go. See somebody get a little bit of the outside. Once again, keep going for the outside. There we go.
Kiara Schiller with a little trot there. She's going to present that ball. They need to preserve possession. They're on outside now. Pick that up and go. Oh, unlucky.
Tough bounce.
She knocked that forward. And that's the end of it. Julie Foster calls it. A little bit extra injury time there. And again, Manitoba prevails by a fairly large score. However, as we said, this is about their competing to play. And so they are competing to play at Canada Games. So good luck to both those teams in Canada Games. Obviously, you want to see a Prairie team do well, whether it's us or Manitoba. And good luck to all those coaches and players that are heading off there to St. John's this year. Well, welcome everyone to the Regina Rugby Fields. We're here today at the Regina Rugby Union Clubhouse. This weekend has been the Paul Koby Sevens, and we're with Access Now Sports. Starting for the fourth game of the day, in front of us is the U20 Sask men's and the U20 Manitoba men's. These are teams that are working their way towards selection. This is part of that selection process for Canada Games. And we will try to get it right from the start this time. The green and yellow and red is Saskatchewan, and the white and dark is Manitoba.
It's been a great weekend of rugby at the Koby Sevens, of course, named after Paul Koby, longtime Saskatchewan player who passed away a few years ago. Family put this together along with a lot of volunteers, and it's been excellent, culminating, like you said here, Dick, with this is really a camp for these players to make the Team Canada team.
So a little stroke there down the middle. Manitoba elects to kick it deep. Oh, and a backhand pass that might have been ill-advised there, but they're going to salvage that. Ball comes wide. He's got a little bit of space. He's got two helpers. Ball's going to come back, and they're going to play a little bit of the pendulum here, which we have seen missing. Oh, that is going to go forward, unfortunately. So that's going to be a scrum for Manitoba. Referee Adam Allback signaling that. Your touch judges today are Gary Harley and Fausto Rodriguez, I believe. You see Fausto over there? Yes, he's got a flag.
Nice little break through the gap there. He tried to just throw it over top, which is, got to take a shot on that. The Saskatchewan player there didn't read it like that and let it hit the ground, and if it hits ground, it's going to bounce anywhere. So,
well, maybe these players were watching the Islanders team, which is made up of mostly Fijians, and they throw the ball around with wild abandon. So I'm sure they were watching that yesterday and saying, hey, I think I can do that.
Overlap.
Great tackling here from Saskatchewan, Dick.
That's nice. Oh, put him down gently. Referee is cautioning. He blew that whistle right away because he was up in the air. Shouldn't necessarily be a card because he put him down. He didn't. What we're worried about is somebody getting put up into the air, and they talk about with or without mitigation. So mitigation is when you actually try to stop his fall, which is I thought that's what he did.
Well, I think you got the yellow card
differently.
Well, with this age group, while they're learning, you always want to err on the side of caution, right? Dump tackles are very, very dangerous. That's why it's in play. So he'll go to the sideline. They'll play short, just like in hockey, like a power play. Manitoba taking advantage by kicking into the corner, but I think he's kicked it a little far. So by touching it down in the end zone, the Saskatchewan team will get to pull it out to the 22-meter line to restart the game again. So you want that ball to fall just out of bounds there or just short of the line, going right through gives the advantage back to the Saskatchewan team, because possession in rugby, of course, is the most important part of the game.
They're having a little discussion about this, about whether it's going to be a 22 or whether it's going to be from the goal line. There's been a change in rules. Now he's calling yes for a scrum. So that forces you to play that in the end zone. I'm not sure exactly what Adam's interpretation is of that, but it's going to be a scrum, and Manitoba's putting in the ball, so they'll have the advantage. Only being 10 yards out.
And a man up.
Advantage. Oh, they closed down the gap there nicely. Now they got to spread again quickly.
There's that advantage, Dick, when it's 7 against 6. All you got to do is find the correct hole. Great little read there by the scrum half. Had a look, saw a space, went through, scored quick try.
Yeah, in 15s rugby, pretty easy to cover that gap if there's one short, but in 7s, it's fatal. See Coach Mark Discom coming on. He's asking what the interpretation was of the referee. They're having a discussion.
I think the convert was missed there, Dick, wasn't it? Yeah, just barely missed the convert. We've seen in the first game that's some really good kicking here on the converts and the restarts. Good talent by the kids at this level. Most of them only playing probably rugby a few level. But now again, kids can start playing at 15, 16 years old. So by this time, they've got a few years under their belt.
Like I said, I think there's been a change in that rule recently, or maybe it's for the age grade, but Coach Mark Discom furious at the referee about how he called that touching the ball down in the end zone and where it came out and how it was played. Well, so there are adjustments made regularly every year in rugby. A lot of the adjustments don't make it any more fun for you to play, but they're made for the spectators in a lot of cases to keep things moving. And 7s rugby is definitely a spectator sport, easy to gain access to and to understand. Unfortunately, he couldn't get that ball out that last loop.
Saskatchewan doing a really good job here, Dick, passing the ball out of the tackle and getting over and supporting each other. And that ball looks like it bounced out, but they've been doing really well at supporting each other, getting across the field.
Penalty for being offside there. Sask is spread all the way across the field here, which is what I'd like to see. I'd like to see them probing it. There's a nice hole,
yep.
And there he goes. He's looking for help. He sees his help coming.
Got it backwards. Oh, it bounced right through though.
There we go. He's going to put it in the air. Nice take. And he's off to the races now. And he is going to get by.
Long steps, a little bit of pace. Excellent ball job taking it off the kick. Finds his gap, goes all the way through. Once again, that's a good 80 meters all the way down the field to score.
That was a beautiful piece of work. And that was A.J. Denecker.
You went end to end there, Dick. And once again, I think you spoke about this several times, how quickly things can change in 7s rugby. All it takes is a bounce and a gap, and you saw him take the whole field. I mean, an excellent effort by him, but that's a lot of ground to cover.
Well, and if you can get your speed up, you're coming at a defensive line, and that guy has to commit one way or the other. He has to decide, because he's coming straight up on you. You make one step and freeze him, then you're by. So you need your defensive partners out there to seal that hole.
Well, there you go, Dick. Just after talking to their father, both 16 and 19, we got both Rondo boys on the field. So both here closest to us here, closest to the clubhouse.
Yeah, one Rondo to help out the other Rondo there.
Oh, that should be a yellow card, I'm guessing, Dick. That would be what would be considered a professional foul, I'm guessing. We'll see if professional foul, and then if somebody intentionally tries to slow the game by knocking the ball down like that.
Take the hold. Oh, that is unlucky. Adam's going to come back for the penalty.
Oh, he's just calling it a knock-on. Oh, Saskatchewan's got numbers here, big numbers. All they have to do is be patient. Oh, but a nice little move by number 7 for Saskatchewan, getting through the hole. Oh, maybe it was number 2. That might have been Luke Thompson.
So again, we see if you have the opportunity to spread the field as wide as you can, those holes are big. And you're all by yourself in defense, and you got a big chunk of territory to cover.
Oh. That was number 7, Cameron Newdorf. Newdorf and number 2, Luke Thompson, really doing a good job on the inside of the field while we've been out there. Changing the angles, making nice runs.
Oh, unlucky. Just slotted that to the right. So it remains 10-5 at halftime. Okay, welcome back. Again, Dick Cornish with Dave Smith here for Access Now Sports on a beautiful Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to all our mums of all these kids that are out here playing today. And I hope, especially those Manitoba boys, remember to give you a call today since they're away from home. Kickoff, Saskatchewan kicks the ball deep. Gonna test the mettle of that defense here for the Manitoba team. They protect that ball nicely. A little bit of a half break there, but Saskatchewan's in and over that ball. They can contest that. This might be an option here. Again, they're playing almost like a 3 defensive pod that's been very effective in eating up any opposition, but that's the problem when you're committing 3 guys. Once someone breaks away like that, they're off to the races. Calling for the ball wide.
Very, very patient tackling out of Saskatchewan. They're making sure they got their men. Well-coached team here for their positioning.
They're sending a guy up early to try to cut it off and try to make Manitoba make poor decisions. Put the pressure on him.
I'm not sure I like a fullback back here, but he better be a sure tackler. Oh. That's the tough part about having somebody back that deep. That's pretty difficult open field tackle.
Yeah, you're on an island all by yourself, and that guy gets first move.
Yeah, very, very difficult.
You have to either speed up into his space and hit him as he breaks down, or you've got to try to angle him off. The other piece too is it's not just about that 5 points. The 2 points afterwards, when you let somebody score under the posts, that's an almost automatic 2 points. You want to force them out to the outside so they have to score in the corner. That can be the difference between winning and losing.
Tackling angles so important in rugby, also in football, but tackling angles in rugby is you always want to take the advantage of the defender, because if that offensive person can go both ways, you're in some pretty big trouble.
Well, and coaching, especially for young kids like this, you want to remind them how many defensive players they have. They've got, although they only have 7 bodies on the field, you've got 9 defensive players because the sideline is a defense. So if you can force someone to step out of bounds on either side, that's a defensive win too.
Saskatchewan starting from
pass
deep.
There to Rondeau. Oh, he's looking like he's going to go, but he can't get his foot out.
Oh,
he found help though.
Excellent.
Digging in there for the ball. Very nice. They just need to be smooth about getting this ball out.
Good job holding on to it there, Dick. He could have offloaded that, took a chance, but he held on to it and he had some support there.
That was a good decision.
Saskatchewan wide across the field. We gotta get back on that ball. That's okay.
He
Some
called
obstruction.
the player for obstruction,
Yeah.
but I don't think that's really what happened out there. Maybe from the referee's point of view, but they still had a clear path. Seeing that on replay might be helpful, but you know, we're just guessing too until we see it. Ball goes out. Finds room on the wing. Now this is where you got to keep that guy in the corner. So Manitoba scores.
Pretty nice little move there from Manitoba number 11 to get loose there. But that's like we talked about before, Dick, is if you're not going to work that angle, and that's how you learn.
Yep.
Once again, it's a learning piece, is that angle is so important there because like you said, use the sideline there.
Right.
Let him dance around all he wants. All you got to do is shove him out of bounds. But when you're straight up like that, the offensive player has such an advantage.
Well, good on the Saskatchewan defense too, because they didn't give up, although they knew he was going to score. You saw them coming across. Oh, nice kick. Oh, that was a beautiful kick. Unfortunately, off the bar there. But you saw the Saskatchewan defense come across and force that Manitoba player to put the ball down right at the corner. That created that long kick, which kept them off the board for those 2 points. So now it's 17-10. Saskatchewan with a score and their own convert could win this. So still within reach for them easily. Oh, bad hop, but he handles it. Oh, nice space.
Oh,
That's going to be a penalty there.
High. Yeah.
That was a pretty good collar tackle. That could easily have been a yellow too, but thankfully it's not. These kids are learning. Oh, over his shoulder.
Just going to have to clean that up. Nice
little move.
They got to help him out now.
Oh. That's okay.
There you go. He's got the space. If he can get his player outside.
Don't get driven out of bounds. You want to stay in bounds.
Excellent.
Good job. Nice placement of the ball there. Nice ball production. Move that ball, Sask.
Now the
Oh, nice long legs, long steps. He's going around the corner, and he's going to be able to put this down in the middle. Now he doesn't want to. Oh, see now with only 14 minutes in a game, 7 minutes a half, he should have stood there. He should have wandered around for 20 seconds while the guy tried to corral him because you want to waste time off the clock. We're at 13 minutes on the clock right now. They're kicking it through.
So now it's tied up.
17-17.
Yeah, Saskatchewan will kick it deep here to Manitoba, I'm sure. Try and put him back as far and pressure him with a little defense. Get that ball back, see if they can score here. Saskatchewan getting the ball back quick. They're going to want to kick this deep. Kick it deep and put the pressure on. See if you can score.
They might be trying short here. He's looking at number 10.
There.
Nope. They're going.
Oh, they got to push out.
Oh, you got to go left. You got to go left.
Out.
Come on, defense.
Locked it on.
Oh, there you go. That's going to be a line out.
They still got time here for one more play. Saskatchewan will have the put in.
Again.
Oh, full time.
Oh, he's talking to the referee. Is it full time?
Looks like full time, Dick. Yeah.
Okay, that looks like full time. He was just having a quick chat with the side judge about something, and that's how it ends, 17-17. So great game of rugby by Manitoba and Saskatchewan. This is what their coaches want to see. They wanted to see they compete. They want to see who meshes well with the other players. And certainly, again, we just want to wish the best to all of these players in their trip to Canada Games. Again, going to be a trip of a lifetime for them, memories for a whole lifetime about getting to represent your province. So congratulations to all these kids, and again, happy Mother's Day to all our mothers out there watching and here at the fields.
Just want to give just a few minutes here too, Dick, about Mother's Day weekend. If you're looking to come on out. The Koby Sevens is an annual tournament put on for Paul Koby. It's excellent tradition to keep going and moving forward with it. You can come out all weekend. It's always free to come down and watch. If you can get your kids to come out and play rugby, get them out and play rugby, come down, show it to them. I'm sure you'll love it. Once again, family community is enormous in the rugby community, and we want to thank everybody who's been here all weekend putting it on. It's been excellent. Once again, weather's been great. And happy Mother's Day to all mothers, especially the ones that are allowing their kids and everybody to come out here when they could be home taking care of them. So thanks, Moms.
Yeah, and great opportunity, as you said, Dave, for kids to come out here and play rugby. We've got age grade rugby in all divisions. If you just go to our SAS Sports site, Sask Rugby, and you'll be able to pick up the information you need there to play RMR or any of the other age grades that we have. And rugby is a late starter sport for many people. They don't start till high school or later, and it's great. You get embraced by the whole community, and they want to see you come out here and have fun competing. So again, Access Now Sports, thank you for your sponsorship of this event, and thank you for everyone for coming out today.
Thanks again.
Okay, well, it looks like we got a special Mother's Day presentation here because we had gone to final time. The coaches have decided that they are going to go to extra time, usually in a friendly match. We wouldn't worry about that, but good for the Manitoba and Sask kids. They're going to get a chance to slug it out here in sudden death overtime. So here we go, the kickoff comes. Manitoba quickly gaining some ground against the Saskatchewan defense, but again, that Saskatchewan defense has been very strong. Oh, that ball was spilled forward. They're going to play advantage on that. It was knocked forward by Manitoba, but Saskatchewan gets the opportunity to play the advantage. So the referee decided that they had gained an advantage.
We're going to have a track race on our hands.
Oh, nice scoop. One-hander. And that could be it. All he needs is the 5. That was great. That looked like it was going one way, then the other, then back the other way. So there, now we get the final whistle once again. Thank you again. We've said our thank yous already because we thought we were done, but thank you again, and an exciting finish, and that's good. Kids these age, they want the bragging rights, so good for Manitoba. Unfortunate for our Saskatchewan boys, but they're going to get to do it all again, probably one more time before Canada Games, and then it's for real. So again, congratulations to everyone. See you at Canada Games.
If you'd like to share your feedback on the program you just watched, contact us today or join the conversation on social media.